Hey families, now that we've moved into a new math unit, it seemed like time to do another homework tips video. So this week we've been working really hard at multiplying using multiples of tens, hundreds, and thousands, as well as dividing using those multiples. So I want to show you a little example of what something like that looked like in class so you can help your child at home. One of our story problems this week was the fourth grade class is selling pencils for a school fundraiser. The pencils come in boxes of 4,000 pencils. If 5 boxes of pencils are sold, how many pencils did the fourth grade class sell? So what I always try to do with the kids is have them pull out the question, figure out what we're asking first so they can find the operation. In this case, we want to know how many pencils did the first grade class sell? So then we'd go back and be like, well, what do we know about pencils? Oh, I see there's 5 boxes of pencils, but what do we know about the boxes? The boxes have 4,000 pencils in them. So now we know we have 5 boxes with 4,000 pencils in them. So that would be an equal group problem, which would make it multiplication. And the kids should know we're setting this up as 5 times 4,000. And we don't know the answer to that, so we've been working on incorporating variables. We could say P for pencils. So now they got to figure out what that P equals. This initially looks kind of challenging because it is a 1,000 number that we're working with, but we've been working on pulling out the base facts. I can ignore these zeros for a little bit. I can't ignore anything except for zeros, and I'll tell you why in a second. But if we ignore the zeros, that base fact is really just 5 times 4, which you should be able to quickly figure out is 20. So now they know the 5 times 4 is 20, but we can't ignore numbers. That doesn't work. So these 3 zeros need to come back at some point. So instead of 5 times 4, we're doing 5 times 4,000. That would equal 20,000. The reason why ignoring the zeros works is because we're treating it as the number 4 thousands. We're thinking of it as, I like to tell them, like the place value blocks. I can operate with just 4 blocks. If I make 5 groups of those 4 blocks, I'm going to have 20 blocks when I'm done. But I can't forget that those blocks are worth 1,000. So that's how those zeros come back in and how those work. And this works for division too. For example, we might be doing a problem like 360 divided by 6. You would just work to pull out the base fact there. I know I can divide 36 by 6 to get 6. So when I solve this problem, I have 6 tens because there's 1 0, which is at really 60. So as far as multiplying in the hundreds, thousands, as long as your numbers all end in 0, we are just focusing on pulling out that base fact, the easy problem that should be like practice for multiplication facts at home, or we're reviewing them in the classroom every day, and that should make this go a lot faster. Hopefully this helps and you are feeling good about your kids' work. Thanks.